Welcome to my channel, where we dive into the darkest corners of real-life horror. Tonight, we explore 20 terrifying true stories of home intrusions that will make you double-check your locks. These are based on actual accounts shared by survivors. Remember, home should be your sanctuary, but for these people, it became a nightmare. Let's begin. Story 1. The Memphis Apartment Invasion. It was a typical evening in downtown Memphis when I returned from my job as an ophthalmic technician. The apartment felt safe in a decent neighborhood, but something seemed off that night. I heard faint noises outside my door, dismissing them as neighbors at first. Suddenly, the door burst open, and two masked figures rushed inside. They demanded valuables, waving weapons threateningly in my face. I froze in terror, my mind racing for an escape plan. One rifled through my drawers while the other kept watch. The ordeal lasted minutes, but felt like hours of pure fear. I managed to hide my phone and dial 911 discreetly under the table. The intruders grabbed cash and jewelry before fleeing. Police arrived shortly after, but the thieves were long gone. The violation left me shaken, changing locks immediately. Months later, similar incidents plagued the building. I relocated, unable to shake the paranoia. Nightmares of that night haunted my sleep. Trust in my home's safety was forever shattered. Lessons learned. Always secure doors and know your neighbors. The experience toughened me, but scars remain. Sharing this warns others of urban dangers. Home invasions can happen anywhere, anytime. Story 2. Hiding in the bathroom at age 9. I was just 9, getting ready to visit my aunt's house. The day seemed ordinary until strange sounds echoed from downstairs. A man entered our home, rummaging through possessions. Panic set in as I dashed to the bathroom for cover. He moved room to room, his footsteps growing louder. I huddled in the tub, heart pounding like a drum. Whispers of his voice reached me through the door. Time stretched eternally in that confined space. Finally, he left after taking what he wanted. I emerged trembling, calling for help immediately. Family returned to find the house in disarray. The intruder had vanished without a trace. Police investigated, but no arrests were made. Therapy helped cope with the lingering fear. Childhood innocence was stolen that day. Vigilance became my constant companion. Years on, the memory still chills me. Sharing empowers others to stay alert. Even children aren't immune to such horrors. Safety starts with awareness and preparation. Story 3. Near invasion while staying alone. Alone in the house, I heard persistent knocking late at night. Peering out, shadows lurked but no one visible. The door rattled as if being tested. I screamed, hoping to scare them away. They persisted, banging harder on windows. Fear gripped me. I grabbed a nearby object for defense. Calling emergency services, I whispered my plight. Sirens approached, and the noises ceased. Intruders fled before authorities arrived. Footprints circled the property, confirming the attempt. Neighbors reported similar suspicious activity. Security cameras were installed post-incident. The close call heightened my anxiety. Sleep evaded me for weeks afterward. Community watch groups formed in response. Unity strengthened our defenses. This story reminds us solitude invites risks. Always have a safety plan ready. Quick thinking can avert disaster. Home alone doesn't mean helpless. Story 4. Surviving a house invasion as a student. Over a decade ago, as a student, danger struck home. Graphic details of violence and harm ensued. Intruders entered silently while I studied late. Confrontation turned brutal in seconds. They demanded money, assaulting me viciously. I fought back, adrenaline fueling survival. Escaping their grasp, I hid until help came. Wounds healed, but trauma lingered deep. Police captured them after a chase. Trial brought closure, yet fear persisted. Relocated for peace of mind. Support from friends aided recovery. The incident scarred my trust in humanity. Animal harm in the story added horror. Vigilance became second nature. Sharing educates on self-defense. True survival tales inspire resilience. Preparation can save lives. Dark memories fade with time. Strength emerges from adversity. Story 5. Broke in and tried to find me. The intruder dashed downstairs upon discovery. Crashes echoed as items were hurled. Furniture toppled in the chaotic search. I barricaded myself, heart racing wildly. He called out, seeking my location. Terror paralyzed me in hiding. Minutes felt like an eternity of dread. Finally, silence indicated his departure. Emerging, the house was ransacked. Valuables gone, privacy violated. Police dusted for prints fruitlessly. Neighbors saw a suspicious figure flee. Security system upgrade followed swiftly. Therapy addressed the psychological toll. Sleep disturbances plagued nights. Community support eased isolation. This ordeal taught boundary importance. Intrusions shatter sense of security. Rebuilding takes time and effort. Awareness prevents future threats. Story 6. Home invasion and cult combined. A bizarre blend of invasion and cult elements. Strangers entered under false pretenses. Ritualistic behaviors unnerved the household. Escape seemed impossible amid the chaos. They chanted eerily, demanding compliance. Fear escalated with their fanatic zeal. Hidden weapons revealed their intent. A desperate call summoned authorities. Cult members scattered at sirens' wail. Investigation uncovered their dark ties. House blessed to dispel lingering vibes. Relocation considered for safety. The spine-tingling encounter haunted dreams. True stories like this terrify profoundly. Vigilance against unusual visitors key. Community awareness combats such groups. Recovery involved spiritual healing. Sharing warns of hidden dangers. Home safety paramount always. Unusual true tales linger longest. Story 7. Stranger under the bed. At 22, fresh in my first apartment. Moving in process, boxes everywhere. Night fell, exhaustion claimed me. Unbeknownst, an intruder lurked below. He hid under the bed silently. Breathing betrayed his presence eventually. Panic surged as realization dawned. Confrontation ensued in the dark. He fled upon discovery. Police searched but found no trace. Locks changed immediately after. Paranoia gripped future nights. The violation felt deeply personal. Trust in solitude forever altered. Security measures intensified. Friends checked in regularly. This classic horror became reality. Always check hiding spots. Quick reactions save situations. Recovery builds stronger defenses. Story 8. Stalked all the stay-at-home moms. Armed assailants targeted neighborhood moms. They observed routines meticulously. Break-ins occurred when alone. One woman confronted 3 intruders. They bound her, demanding valuables. Terror filled the air with threats. Escape attempt risked everything. Police alerted by a neighbor. Fugitives fled between streets. Community rallied for safety. Suspects evaded capture initially. Vigilance groups formed post-event. The stalking added psychological horror. Moms united against the threat. Security enhancements widespread. Healing through shared experiences. True tales of targeted invasions chill. Awareness of surroundings crucial. Strength in community bonds. Prevention starts at home. Story 9. True home invasion at 17. Family out shopping, I stayed home. Alone in my room, relaxed vibe. Sudden noises from downstairs alerted. Intruder entered boldly, unaware. He rummaged drawers for loot. I hid, dialing for help quietly. Footsteps approached my door. Confrontation loomed imminently. He fled upon hearing sirens. House left in disarray. Parents returned to shock. Police report filed promptly. Trauma affected daily life. Counseling aided emotional recovery. Security system installed. Neighborhood watch initiated. Youth doesn't protect from danger. Quick thinking averts worse. Sharing educates teens. Safety education essential. Story 10. Burglar through bedroom window. Shadow passed my window unnaturally. Frozen in fear, I listened intently. Window creaked open slowly. Burglar climbed in silently. He noticed me in bed. Panic ensued as I screamed. He grabbed items hastily. Fled back through the window. Police arrived searching premises. No entry possible without intent. Window locks reinforced. Neighbors alerted to vigilance. The intimacy of bedroom invasion terrifies. Sleep disrupted for months. Therapy addressed night fears. Community support helped heal. Always secure windows nightly. Intrusions violate personal space. Resilience grows from survival. True stories warn effectively. Story 11. Damsel in distress scam. Stomping up porch stairs loudly. Woman banged door desperately. Claimed distress seeking help. Suspicion arose immediately. She persisted, story inconsistent. Accomplices lurked in shadows. Refusal led to aggression. Door barricaded against force. Police summoned, arriving timely. Scammers fled the scene. Neighborhood warned of tactic. Security cameras captured evidence. Deceptive intrusions fool many. Trust instincts over pleas. Community alerts prevent repeats. Recovery involves heightened awareness. True scams turn horrifying quickly. Preparation thwarts attempts. Sharing exposes common ploys. Safety and skepticism. Story 12. Home invasion in the 70s narrowly avoided. In Milford area 70s setting. Suspicious activities around home. Intruders planned entry carefully. Intuition sparked defensive actions. They approached undercover. Quick locks and calls deterred. Escape narrow but successful. Police investigated afterward. Shivers from the close call. Memories lingered for decades. Family bonded over survival. Security forever prioritized. Historical tales still relevant. Vigilance timeless necessity. Sharing preserves lessons. Past horrors inform present. Avoidance through awareness key. True escapes inspire caution. Home protection evolves. Gratitude for safety. Story 13. Dr. Ramsey the intruder. Bolting from garage chased. Brothers pursued into park. Lost in trees' darkness. Identity revealed as Dr. Ramsey. He entered uninvited earlier. Strange behavior alarmed family. Confrontation led to flight. Police report filed. Investigation uncovered motives. Community shocked by revelation. Locks changed, alarms added. Vigilance increased neighborhood-wide. Professional facade hides dangers. Trust not blindly given. Family unity strengthened. Recovery gradual process. True identities surprise. Sharing warns of deceivers. Safety and verification. Lessons from pursuit. Story 14. The knock at the door. Persistent knocking disrupted peace. Open to empty porch. Unease settled immediately. Intruder entered stealthily. Searched house for victims. Hidden eye waited tensely. Noises betrayed presence. Escape through back door. Police arrived searching thoroughly. No intruder found inside. Theory. Fled upon entry. Locks reinforced post-incident. Mysterious knocks terrify. Always check before opening. Quick exits save lives. Community shares similar tales. True encounters build caution. Paranoia justified sometimes. Healing through time. Vigilance prevents repeats. Story 15. Meth heads broke into bedroom. Home alone confrontation direct. Meth addicts burst in. Terror face-to-face ensued. Typical invasion mold broken. They demanded drugs, valuables. Struggle for control intensified. Escape narrow amid chaos. Police captured them later. Trauma from direct assault. Counseling addressed fears. Security overhaul followed. Neighborhood alerted. Substance-driven invasions unpredictable. Preparation for worst key. Survival instincts prevail. Sharing educates on risks. True horrors from addictions. Recovery builds strength. Community support vital. Prevention through awareness. Story 16. Home invasion with 3 men. Truck parked suspiciously outside. 3 men approached house. Entry forced violently. Family confronted inside. Demands for money items. Terror gripped the air. Escape attempt risky. Sirens ended the ordeal. Intruders fled hastily. Police pursuit unsuccessful. House secured afterward. Therapy for trauma. Group invasions amplify fear. Unity in crisis helps. Quick alert save. Neighborhood watch formed. True tales of multiples horrify. Strength from survival. Sharing warns others. Home safety paramount. Story 17. The night I learned not to sneak out. Planned sneak out with friend. Met stranger at McDonald's. Invitation turned dangerous. Escape became priority. He pursued relentlessly. Hiding in shadows necessary. Call for help discreet. Authorities intervene timely. Lesson in poor judgment. Parents informed post-event. Grounding followed revelation. Vigilance learned hard way. Youthful risks turn horrific. Trust instincts always. Sharing prevents repeats. Growth from mistakes. True regrets shape futures. Safety over adventure. Community educates youth. Reflection aids healing. Story 18. Let man in to read gas meter. Home alone at 12. Man claimed meter reading. Allowed entry naively. Suspicion arose quickly. He wandered house unchecked. Unease built rapidly. Friend arrived timely. He fled suspiciously. Police notified immediately. Description matched known offender. Locks changed, alarms added. Parents educated on dangers. Deceptive entry common ploy. Verify identities always. Quick exits crucial. Community awareness key. True naivety exploited. Lessons for children. Recovery through knowledge. Vigilance lifelong. Story 19. Someone's in my house. Living with fiancé and brother. Noises suggested intruder. Search revealed presence. Confrontation in darkness. He hid in shadows. Grabbed items hastily. Fled upon discovery. Police arrived promptly. House ransacked thoroughly. Valuables lost forever. Security upgraded immediately. Paranoia ensued nights. Intimate invasions terrify most. Family bonds strengthen. Sharing eases burden. Recovery gradual. True home horrors real. Preparation prevents. Awareness saves. Strength emerges. Story 20. Strange man entered and watched me sleep. Asleep peacefully until awakened. Man stood watching silently. Terror froze me initially. Screamed for help. He fled through window. Police investigated entry. No force signs found. Locks possibly picked. Previous invasions recalled. Armed status unknown. Security cameras installed. Neighborhood alerted. Watching sleep violates deeply. Therapy addressed fears. Vigilance heightened. Community support helped. True watchers horrify. Instincts guide survival. Sharing warns. Home sanctity restored slowly.